Pacers have a commanding 3-1 lead in the Eastern Conference Finals. Tyrese Halliburton's assist and turnover ratio is historically good. Every game in the series has been within 10 points. Here is head coach Rick Carlisle on getting his team ready for Game 5.
He was really throwing the ball ahead, which was really important for us. To not have any turnovers in any of those situations, too, is pretty remarkable. But this has become his thing, and there will be a new statistical category, perhaps named after him somewhere down the line.
We're making up stats at some point to make me look better, but I think I'm just trying to play the right way, man. I just want to impact winning. We were just trying to keep focused on who cares, let's get it in and let's run, go right back at them. They're going to make shots. Let's just keep going. When you play these guys, the game ain't over until it hits 0.
He was able to pick his spots and get to what he's going to do, and he's a great player. It's on us to try and limit him as best we can. And now it's just on us to get back to the drawing board and just get ready for Game 5.
We've been a team that has kind of found a way to do the impossible when it always seemed impossible. We just keep fighting. So it's going to be a testament to our whole playoff run. Just taking it game by game. Don't look ahead. Just worry about the first quarter of the next game, and we'll deal with the rest later.
Speaking of those Halliburton numbers, 32, 12 rebounds, a new playoff career high, 15 assists, 0 turnovers.
Sound like 3D.
No, that sounds like
No.
You've done it 3 times in NBA history. Now, you had the 15 assists. No, we did our homework, Z.
I didn't have no turnovers?
You had 0 turnovers. You just didn't have the points.
My man.
So think about how great this stat before we go to the video. So the stat's great with 30 points with Oscar Robertson. That's great. But it's also great with you with the 15 assists with 0 turnovers.
Yeah.
But the educational value of this video is, where's the graphic to break everything down for the people at home? So look at this list, Z.
I had 3 games.
You see that? So you've done it. So what the narrative is being sold the right way, Chris, is having 15 assists and 0 turnovers, how tough that is. But the video we're going to show, Z, is the education of what not to do. We're taught not to leave your feet when you make passes, Zeke.
Yeah.
But when you're in the Hollyverse, that I'm just literally made up as we're doing this video, this is the Hollyverse, meaning I'm playing with so much confidence, I'm going against the grain. I'm going to jump. I'm going to leave my feet. I trust my teammates. They're going to be where they need to be because this is how confident I am. I'm throwing bounce passes in traffic. No, don't leave your feet. But he does, and he still gets the assist. So young point guards at home, young coaches at home, do not teach this, but please have them watch this because the confidence, watch this pass. You leave your feet all the way to the corner, the hockey assist to a drive, to a foul. I think Cat got hurt on, but this play right here, you normally come to a jump stop. That's a foul, Zeke. But the basketball god said, not tonight. So that's how you get 15 assists with 0 turnovers, playing with a certain confidence. And what better night to be working with you tonight to say, what confidence were you playing with that night to do it 3 times?
I mean, extreme confidence and knowing your teammates, knowing where they're going to be and understanding your offensive scheme, which he has a great feel for.
Right.
Understanding tempo, time, score. And the other thing I'm going to go to now with him, with Halliburton, is talent evaluation.
Hey.
Because everything that you just pointed out not to do, right? And everything he was coming out in the draft from Iowa, people say his shot was messed up.
Yep.
Everything was wrong. But the thing they missed the most was how gifted he is. And the gifted players, right? And I'm going to use Magic Johnson as an example. Magic, they would say everything he did was wrong.
The shot was ugly.
No look, the shot was bad, this was bad. He didn't. But what you miss when you're evaluating talent is the specialness of the gifts that we're watching and that we're seeing. So what Halliburton was doing and what he's done since he's got in the league, 3D, he's been so unique that they didn't know what they had in Sacramento.
Yep.
And in a draft, they didn't know what they was looking at. He gets with an old school coach and Rick Carlisle, okay? Yep. Reggie Miller was there at Indiana. They said his shot was broke coming out of college.
Yep.
They said he was too skinny.
Yep.
He would never play 13, 14 years in the NBA.
Played 18.
You get Halliburton, and Rick Carlisle goes, wait a minute. This is different. So they designed a whole offense around his skill, passing, running, jumping, moving, fast, everything else. And now they get away from running sets, and they say, okay, we're going to play passing game like a old Indiana, Denver Nuggets, Golden State Warriors, right?
Yes.
We're going to pass, move, cut, and it fits right into Halliburton's skill. And that's great coaching, but it's also recognizing the gifted player that you're coaching.
You know, we focus so much on their offense, and kudos to them and what Tyrese Halliburton is doing under Rick Carlisle. But we got to give some credit in that game 4 to their defense and what they were able to do. 17 turnovers, led to 20 points, 3. That really escalated what they were able to accomplish in taking this 3-1 lead.
Yeah, Stan Van Gundy, you broke it down perfectly. For all guys, you know this from being around Joe Dumars, for all the guys and gals, for that matter, for WNBA watching, watch how Neesmith fights over a screen versus Ben Shepherd. Ben Shepherd's giving the effort, and he's trying, but he's allowing himself to be knocked off where Neesmith is staying connected, and he's coming around, getting those steals, getting those deflections. That's why he's being more effective. So kudos to Rick Carlisle once again.
Yes, certainly a great performance by the Indiana Pacers. 1 win away of going to the NBA Finals. Caitlin Clark
in the house.
Now, she's out for 2 weeks with a quad injury, but her fever
Get that quad
are in action against the Washington Mystics here live on NBA TV in just a few minutes. But we're not done talking about that guy who finished number 1 in the MVP voting. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
He's trying to close out tonight.
Indiana Fever, Aaliyah Boston on the floor without Caitlin Clark. Expect a big game for her. She's facing the young Washington Mystics, who have the top 2 of the top 3 rookie scorers so far this year, the 2nd and 3rd pick from the draft. Okay, so when we look at the Timberwolves and the Thunder, certainly another game that we think is going to come down to the wire. So who wins? Do the Timberwolves extend their season, or do the Thunder head to the finals?
I watched these Thunder grow up these last 2 years. I think that atmosphere is going to be crazy. I think they close out tonight.
I think they close out tonight, and I'm going to say they better close out tonight because
otherwise, unless Ant-Man puts on that cape and the mask, then we could be going for more.
Yeah.
Well, last time a team came back from 3-1 in
out.
the conference finals, the Thunder lost to the Warriors 9 years ago. So
That's
history.
Hey, you bringing up old stuff again. Bring up that old